Hello, boys and girls. Lord Hawkeye here again. Sorry it's been a long time, but you know how summer is with me. It's just so hectic. But in light of recent events, I feel I should probably say my piece with the whole Gamergate thing going on. I'm not going to sum up what happened. A lot of people have already covered that quite extensively. If you're not familiar with what Gamergate is, I'll be providing some links down below that should sum it up quite nicely for you. Instead, I'm going to talk about what we can all learn from what happened going forward, and some lessons that some people should learn but are probably not going to. So, first, the gamers. What can we as gamers learn from this unfortunate incident? Well, one thing for sure, we learned who our friends are in this whole thing. Well, we've learned who took our side and who jumped on the bandwagon of gamers are evil, gamers are bad, and all this sort of thing. And I think we should make our feelings about that quite known. Like all those gaming media sites who jumped on the whole gamers are dead, all those people who posted all those articles all on the same day. Yeah, totally not coincidence. Yeah, we need to not go there anymore. Not have anything to do with them. Do not give these people any clicks. Give them no attention. They are not worthy of it. They've proven that they're not interested in doing business with you, so don't do business with them. What are they offering you? Just leave. I'm doing that. I used to go to the Escapist for some of their things, and I'm not going there anymore. I'm tired. I've had it. Even like Jim Sterling and Movie Bob drank the social justice warrior Kool-Aid, so screw them. If they're not interested in telling the truth, well then I've got nothing to talk with them about. I mean, even Yahtzee is just recycling jokes these days. So, yep, I'm done with Escapists. I've unsubscribed to their channels. I'm not going to their site anymore. Done. Had it. They're not worthy of my time. And I believe that all you gamers out there should be doing the same. Anyone who took the wrong side in this whole debacle, you need to completely and utterly disassociate yourself from them. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve your time, so don't give it to them. Please don't. Don't even take the time to go flame them. They're not listening to you. Just stop going to their sites. When that affects their profits, when that affects the money that's coming in because everyone's sick and tired of their nonsense. Yeah, go after their money. You will get their attention then. Trust me, you will. Now, game developers, what can you learn from this? Well, a couple game developers are guilty of kowtowing to the social justice warriors. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Carbine. Unbelievable. I am so glad I jumped off that bandwagon in a hurry. If you're not aware, the WildStar permanently decreased all the female characters' breast sizes because some social justice warrior twit got all angry and offended about it. Like everyone else said, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? If she doesn't like larger breasts, she can set them lower if she wants to. But no, they completely ignored the word of the majority and just went with some whiner on a message board. So if that's the way they want to do business, screw them. I'm not bothering with that. And if you see any other game developers doing that, make your feelings known to them and tell them you will not be doing business with them if they're going to take that kind of approach, because that's not acceptable. Censorship is not okay. Period. Now, the game media, what should they learn from this, but probably won't? As Total Biscuits said quite clearly, you need to be pro-consumer and pro-artist, and you're not doing that. And that's a problem. Because if you're going to throw your lot in with the social justice warriors, like you're going to alienate the people who made you a whole bunch of money in favor of the social justice warriors. I mean, do you people honestly believe the social justice warriors are going to support you in the long term? Look at their track record. Like after they infiltrated atheism, made Atheism Plus and all this nonsense, what did they do afterwards? They moved on, and Atheism Plus is now sitting there laughably irrelevant on the internet. Is that how you guys want to end up? Because believe me, social justice warriors is not a permanent thing. It's not some new wave. It is a fad. And the thing about fads is they don't last. So really, if you guys want to take a short-sighted approach like this, well, that's your funeral, not ours. Now, Next here we've got, and the social justice warriors themselves. Oh boy. Now, first of all, something I'd like to state quite clearly, which a lot of people haven't. If you think there are no games for women, or that there's even a shortage of games for women, or that women just don't have a place in the video game world, you're not looking. You have not lifted a finger to actually look and find out the truth. Because there are. Sim games, women overwhelmingly love those. Same with puzzle games. A lot of women love poker, stuff like that. And, yep, there's even some women who like the dude bro games. I mean, my best friend's girlfriend loves Borderlands 2. Absolutely loves the hell out of it. So really, this is what really annoys me about the social justice warriors. These people have never lifted a finger to do any real research on the things that they claim to care so deeply about. They just make these claims and beat their chests, and they're absolutely wrong. And they will not listen to anyone telling them they're wrong. And one other thing. There was a post by someone named Pristine Condition. I don't know what message board this was, and I don't know who this person is. I'm really sorry. If you happen to see this video and would like a shout out, I'll gladly give it to you. Because this just sums it up so perfectly. As follows. As someone who has made his living entirely in the arts for almost 15 years, if I don't make my work, I quite literally don't eat, I am baffled by people like you who have such unevolved and disrespectful attitudes towards art and artists. I work in photography. I thank God that in my industry, critics and journalists covering my medium don't act like you and your lot. If we did, perhaps the chilling effect would have meant no one would see important works by the likes of Arbus. Oh, she exploits poor people and freaks. Sodek. Oh, look how he sexualizes women. And Heinwein. I probably butchered that name. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Nazi imagery. If people like you lot were placed in a position to have a significant voice in photography, Robert Mapplethorpe would have been stuck taking those pretty pictures of flowers, and David Meisel would have been told by his rep to stick to taking pretty pictures of models without any of that troubling social commentary stuff. No, in my medium, critics and journalists by and large would stand up for the artist and want the art to speak for itself, and want to promote art to the widest audience possible, even if it is work that may be controversial or even downright disturbing. You see, art that is not stifled is healthy art. Let the art speak for itself, and let the people and the market ultimately decide. Criticism is done, but it is done with a conscience for how criticism should be, and never to stifle free expression. As video games become more sophisticated in terms of visuals, perhaps you aren't cut out for being in this position as a commentator on a medium inching ever closer to fine art. Perhaps you should move into writing about politics. If you think a large-breasted figure is so dangerous that it needs to be labeled a harmful work of art, I think the art and artists who want to do interesting personal work and not just cookie-cutter, committee-approved shit would do well to thank you for exiting the field that you're so clearly not committed to the future of. For this medium to grow artistically, it will require advocates of artists, not judgmental folks offended so easily and so eager to throw labels on artists. Well, there you go. You just don't get better than that. So yeah, social justice warriors, that quote was for you. I'd suggest you read it a few times and think about it real good and hard. I know you won't, but at least no one can say I didn't try. And, well, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Until next time, be aware and be wise.